What's up, everybody? This is John here at metalaviation.com, and I got a great question on the forums today. Someone logged on and asked, where do I get my foam from? Why do I use 9mm foam? How much does it cost? And all the standard questions that you usually get about foam board. I know a lot of people use Depron. Not a fan of Depron. It costs way too much. It's like 15 bucks a sheet at least. It's too light. I like my planes to have some weight to them. You know, you build these planes with Depron and super micro small servos, and you have these planes that, in my opinion, are kites. I want to fly a plane. I don't want to fly a kite. I want my plane to have some weight to it. I want it to be able to cut through the wind, do all the things I want it to do, and not go flying out of control when a slight breeze comes along. So the fact that I'm not using Depron to me is no big deal, and I don't want to pay more money for something that I really don't care for that much. I know that I'm the screaming heretic for saying Depron is not the greatest, but guess what? I don't think it is. What I use is Dollar Tree foam, $1 a sheet right here. You can't beat that price. Plus, Dollar Tree stores are, I can drive to one, you know, in 5 minutes from my house, buy as many sheets as I want. Even if you don't live by a Dollar Tree, or there's no Dollar Trees in your country or wherever you're from, you can go to dollartree.com and you can order, you know, by the case, 50 sheets for 50 bucks, $1 a sheet plus shipping. The problem with the Dollar Tree foam is it has the paper on it. I have come up with the quickest way to get this paper off. Soaking it in water, putting water on it isn't going to help you out because it's going to deteriorate the fibers of the paper and it's just going to rip apart as you're trying to pull it off. What I use is rubbing alcohol. You can use 50%, 60, 70, 80, whatever. Something with the alcohol. I'm not a chemist here, scientist, whatever. But when you spray the alcohol on it, the paper still keeps its stiffness. It doesn't deteriorate the fibers like straight water does. So I'm going to demonstrate how I do it, and you'll be surprised at how quick it is. So we have our Dollar Tree foam right here. I've got regular, I think this is 50, 70, I don't know, percent alcohol. I bought this bottle from Dollar Tree as well, and the alcohol from Dollar Tree. So if you take into consideration your foam board, some alcohol, the bottle, you're probably going to pay $1.50, $1.35 or something a sheet. I calculated it out once, but you know, whatever, $1.50 a sheet. Even at that price, you're going to smoke any price of Depron or any other crap you're going to buy from some foam supplier on the internet. So let's get down with this right now. We're going to spray this on here. Now when you're spraying the alcohol on your board, you'll see the paper start soaking it in, and the paper will actually start drying out a little bit as it's soaking it in. You want to get it to where the paper is totally saturated, but not just totally dripping. I mean, it's going to drip off a little bit, but you don't want it like you just dunked it in, you know. And if you keep your eye on it, the edges will start drying out a little quicker than anything else. Now see, it's dripping a little bit, but nothing terrible. And I don't know, maybe 15, 20 seconds we'll leave it on there and the paper will come off. You can see, I don't know if you can see in the video here, but you can see it already starting to ripple. So what's it been on there? Maybe 10, 15 seconds, and voila, right off. No problem, done deal. So let's do the other side. Very simple. And watch the fumes. I'm sure the alcohol fumes aren't very good for you, but you know, you gotta take the good with the bad here. If you haven't taken a shower in a while, you can spray some of this on yourself. But usually by the time I'm done spraying it and getting it all saturated as good as I can get it, it's ready to pull off. And again, what's that been? Maybe 10, 15 seconds, and right off. So I think after that demonstration, you'll have a hard time arguing with me that there's a better way to do it, because guess what? There isn't. There's no way you're going to get that off where it comes off that easy. The paper doesn't rip apart as you're trying to get it off. Another cool thing about it is, since it's alcohol, it's going to evaporate pretty quick. Usually I'll set this up on its side next to a table or something under a ceiling fan, and dries right out. You don't have any residue on here because the alcohol is going to evaporate. Now, this is pretty flimsy, and that's what I first thought when I started using this stuff. And I'm like, well, maybe I'll double it up. So I doubled up 2 pieces together, and then with your carbon fiber rod in there, that 9mm, laminated, 2 pieces laminated, worked great. I mean, I built all my planes with it after that. When you laminate 2 pieces together and spray that spray adhesive on there, and then put your second sheet on, that layer of spray adhesive in between it actually gives a little bit more strength, because when that foam is bending, that top piece is getting smaller tip to tip wise. It's kind of hard to explain the physics of it, but it actually gives it some resistance. Whereas a 9mm thick piece of foam by itself probably wouldn't be as strong without that layer of glue in the middle. So that actually gives it a little bit more rigidity also. And one thing I wanted to let you know right here off the bat, and I'll probably say this in the build videos as well, is don't laminate 2 full pieces, then try to cut your pieces of the plane out. What's going to happen is that spray glue in the middle, it takes a while before it dries hard. It'll hold those pieces together right away, but when you go to cut it, it's going to get on your knife and it's going to get all gooey, and you're just going to have a hell of a time trying to cut it. So cut all your pieces out first, then laminate them with your spray adhesive, and that'll be in the build videos. You'll see all that. It's just good stuff. So that's what I use. Dollar Tree foam. Pull the paper off. Use my alcohol technique. You can't go wrong. And if you have any questions about this, which I don't see how you would, but if you do have any questions, just shoot me an email or put something in the comments. Email auto send thing on the website, and I'll get it and I'll answer as quick as possible. But that's it. Dollar Tree foam, 2 sheets laminated together. You're good to go. Later.